Hey guys, welcome back. I know, you're here for the latest updates and I won't waste your time, so let's cut to the chase and dive straight into the newest twists in Diddy's case and the controversy that's got everyone talking. But real quick, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single update. All right, let's get into it. From what I know, to be honest, this trial wasn't supposed to go public, but when Mia took the stand, everything changed. What she revealed about Sean Diddy Combs wasn't just disturbing, it was devastating. And the worst part? Almost nobody saw it coming. For over 2 decades, Sean Diddy Combs built an empire. Music, fashion, fame, power. But behind the red carpets and Grammys, something much darker was allegedly happening behind closed doors. On day 12 of his trial, a woman known only as Mia, a former assistant and close friend of Cassie Ventura, broke her silence. From verbal and violent outbursts to alleged actions, her testimony painted a picture of a man completely different from the image Diddy projected to the world. What you're about to hear is raw, disturbing, and, for many, impossible to ignore. And this is just the beginning. Mia's role behind the scenes. Mia wasn't just working behind the curtain, she was in the heart of it all. Hired to help with schedules, events, and more, she had full access to Diddy's world. At first, it looked like an amazing opportunity, being around music legends and luxury lifestyles, but over time, Mia began to feel something wasn't right. One moment, she was being praised like a star employee, the next, she was ignored or treated unfairly. She often felt stuck, unsure of how to react. What started as a dream job became something very different. And soon, that feeling turned into something much more serious. Pressure and mood swings. Mia spoke about how confusing things became. Some days, Diddy would treat her like a trusted friend. On other days, he would lose his temper, sometimes in front of others. He would yell or toss things aside in frustration. Mia said it made her feel small, even scared. There were moments she wanted to quit, but she felt like she couldn't. She also talked about a time when she lost access to her phone and things got heated. She said it left her feeling nervous and unsure of what to do. After that, she emailed her co-workers trying to explain the situation. But this wasn't just about one day. It was the start of a pattern that left her feeling confused and powerless. A night that changed everything. One of the moments Mia talked about happened during a large birthday event. She said something happened that night that made her feel incredibly uncomfortable and upset. It was supposed to be a celebration, but for her, it became one of the most difficult memories she ever had. Mia never spoke about that night to her friends or family. She said she kept it all inside because she didn't think anyone would understand or believe her. For years, she tried to forget about it, but it always stayed in the back of her mind, and it wouldn't be the last time she felt trapped. Feeling trapped and afraid. After that party, things didn't improve. Mia said she often felt like she couldn't say no or speak her mind. She didn't want to lose her job, but she also didn't want to keep feeling uncomfortable. She talked about being scared, not just of losing work, but of what might happen if she stood up for herself. She worried that her future would be ruined if she tried to speak out. She believed she would be blamed and misunderstood. That fear kept her quiet for a long time. And because everything happened behind closed doors, she thought no one would ever believe her side of the story. More trouble in Los Angeles. When Mia moved to Los Angeles to continue working, she said things didn't get better. She described moments where she felt overwhelmed and disrespected. She said these moments happened more than once, and always when nobody else was around. Mia explained that she never asked to be treated this way, and she didn't want these moments to happen. Each time it did, she said she felt more confused and stuck. She wanted to leave, but she didn't know how. The pressure to stay quiet was too strong, and the longer it went on, the more alone she felt. Why she didn't speak up sooner. When asked why she didn't report any of this earlier, Mia said something that surprised many people. She simply didn't know she could. In her past, she'd had bad experiences asking for help, and that made her think no one would take her seriously. She said she was embarrassed and ashamed even though she did nothing wrong. She thought if no one else saw it happen, no one would believe it happened at all. That's why she stayed silent even when she was hurting inside. But eventually, she realized that telling the truth, even years later, was the right thing to do. A difficult choice. Mia told the court that testifying was the hardest thing she's ever done. She didn't want attention. She didn't want sympathy. She only wanted to finally speak up. She said that even though it made her feel uncomfortable, she knew it was the right thing. After her testimony, the case took a serious turn. People started looking at things differently. Some were supportive. Others had doubts. Even though she used a different name to protect herself, Mia's story made headlines and shook the entire entertainment industry. What happens next? As the trial continues, many people wonder what the outcome will be. Some think her story might change everything. Others believe more proof is needed. Either way, Mia's voice has already had a huge impact. Fans and followers are now asking harder questions. How do powerful people stay protected for so long? And how can others come forward when they're afraid? Mia's story might be difficult, but it's opening doors for others to speak up too. Whether the trial leads to big changes or not, she's already changed the way many people see the world behind the scenes. Mia may have walked into that courtroom alone, but she didn't walk out the same. She chose to speak up, not for fame, but for truth. And by doing so, she reminded all of us that even in the most powerful places, the truth can still shine. Because sometimes the scariest battles happen behind closed doors, and it takes one brave voice to bring the truth into the light. That's it for today. For more updates on Diddy and the biggest stories in the world, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'll be right here bringing you everything as it happens, every twist, turn, and headline you won't want to miss. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.